Good morning, students. Today we will see the pricing strategies. Pricing strategy is very important and it is a systematic approach because pricing strategy provides a framework within which the pricing decisions can be taken systematically to achieve the pricing objective. So here these strategies are providing guidelines for deciding and implementing the price for different products in the market. Here, a sound pricing strategy facilitates a balance and the rational approach to pricing decisions. Means, on the basis of strategy only, a genuine price or right price can be decided for the product which is to be sold in the market, because for continuity of a product, survival and making a good place for the product in the market, pricing strategies are playing very vital role. Otherwise, if the price is very high, then also the product cannot be demanded in the market. If the price is too low, then also the product is overlooked by the customers. So that's why here some pricing strategies are given here which are decided in a prevailing situation. You cannot say all the pricing strategies are applicable on all the products and in all the situations. No, depending on situation, depending on market conditions, out of these pricing strategy one can be decided. So out of these various pricing strategy, first one is skimming pricing. First one is skimming pricing. Skimming pricing. So here it is also known as skim the cream. It's called here skim the cream. This is the pricing strategy under which at initial stage the price of the products are kept at high level, and when the customers base increases in the market, degree of competition increases in the market, the prices are reduced just to stop the competitors from entering in the market, or just to capture the large size of the market for the sale of any product which is sold under pricing strategy. Here when any exclusive product is introduced in the market, there is no degree of competition and the product is exclusive, the demand of the product may increase. So initially, at initial stage, any manufacturer is not in position to produce the goods according to demand in the market. So whatever the level of production is there, just to satisfy the customers with that level of production and not to create shortage of product in the market, the prices are kept at high level in the beginning. When the prices are kept at high level, so low income class customers itself, they are sorted out, and means they are not willing to buy the product. So those for whom the price is no matter, those who are of high income class all they are ready to purchase the goods, even the price is very high. So they purchase the goods, and this is the time, since there is no degree of competition in the market, the seller is in position to scheme the cream, means how much profit the manufacturer or seller are able to charge, or they can charge, they charge. And this way, in the beginning, they scheme the cream, means they generate high profit margin just to meet their cost and to increase the surplus or earning by manufacturing and sell of such type of product. But this situation cannot be maintained for very long period of time. So as the volume of production increases, the more customers are required to be covered, or the size of market is to be expanded. With the passage of time, the manufacturer reduce the price. Purpose behind that is there just to not to allow the competitors to enter in the market. That's why prices are reduced regularly, moderately, as the customer base are increasing. So purpose behind this scheming pricing is just to reduce the degree of competition, and till the competitors are understanding the market situation and they are rushing towards the market, till then the manufacturer takes the advantage of its first, you can say, entrance in the market, and just to produce the product first of all. So this way, this is the pricing strategy. Under this pricing strategy, the early stage, the product is distinctive and its imitation is not taken. So its imitation is not done. Then that's why even the price is less likely to be effective. Even price is high, but the volume of production is whatever is produced, that is sold easily in the market, and that's why the demand is inelastic, means it is produced for a class of the people, only that much articles are produced. So that much is produced and supplied in the market. Second one is, that is high price at initial stage will provide fund for the expansion of the manufacturer, means expanding the volume of production and supply the market. The third benefit is there, this strategy can also be used out of the market, because it is easier to start out with a high initial price and to reduce it later than to set a low price initially and then the rise at the price to cover the unforeseen cost. By setting the price high in the beginning, the manufacturer can restrict demand to the level which he can meet, means what is his capacity to produce, he can restrict demand according to his capacity of production by charging high price. So this way, scheming pricing is a pricing strategy where scheme the cream, means skimming the cream strategy is likely to attract competitors and the new firms enter to the market to reap the good profit, and the price have to be lowered. I have already said, then initially the price is high, and when the degree of competition increases, other producers are attracted towards the market with a temptation to reap high price. Obviously the manufacturer has to reduce the price. So this is called here skimming pricing. I think you are understanding clearly what is skimming price. skimming price means strategy. सपोज कर लीजिए कि मार्केट में कोई प्रोड्यूसर आ रहा है, अब वो जानता है कि आर्टिकल की डिमांड बहुत हो जाएगी और उसकी प्रोडक्शन कैपेसिटी लिमिटेड है, तो क्या करेगा? इस प्राइजिंग स्ट्रेटजी के तहत तो क्या करता है कि जितना वो प्रोड्यूस कर सकता है, वो समझ पाता है कितने लोगों को हमें सामान बेचना है, तो उसके हिसाब से जितनी इसकी प्रोडक्शन कैपेसिटी है उसी हिसाब से प्राइस को हाई कर देता है कि बाकी परचेज करने वाले जब उनकी पेइंग कैपेसिटी नहीं रहेगी तो ऑटोमेटिकली जो है फिल्टर हो जाएंगे, और जब वो फिल्टर हो जाएंगे तो जिनको जितना वो प्रोड्यूस कर रहा है उस लेवल को मेंटेन कर पाएगा, और इस तरह से उसको ज़्यादा प्रॉफिट मार्जिन मिलती है और अननेसेसरी उसके ऊपर प्रेशर भी नहीं रहता है ज़्यादा डिमांड का। तो जैसे जैसे उसकी कैपेसिटी बढ़ती है प्रोड्यूस करने की, वैसे वैसे उस डिमांड को जो है वो अपना जो प्राइस को लोअर करता है और उससे इस डिमांड को एडजस्ट करता है। अब इसके पीछे फिर से चीज़ क्या है कि जब इतना प्राइस बढ़ता है तो कुछ दूसरे लोग जो हैं जो प्रोड्यूस कर सकते हैं वो देखते हैं कि अरे भाई इस फील्ड में तो बहुत प्रॉफिट मार्जिन है, तो वो इसके तरफ अट्रैक्ट होंगे ज़्यादा प्रॉफिट अर्न करने के चक्कर में। जब वो ज़्यादा प्रॉफिट करने के लिए आएंगे तो ये मैन्युफैक्चरर को कंपटीशन करना पड़ेगा, और उनको compete करने के लिए मैन्युफैक्चरर अपने प्राइस को लोअर करता जाता है और उस लेवल पे ले आता है प्रोडक्ट को जहाँ कि प्रॉफिट मार्जिन बहुत कम हो जाता है। इस तरह से फर्स्ट मूवर जो है इसका लाभ उठाता है। सेकेंड वन इज that is given as that is penetrating pricing. Penetrating price. Or penetrating pricing. Under this pricing strategy, here under this pricing strategy, here the manufacturers are keeping the prices at low in the beginning. Here when the prices are low in the beginning means it may attract to the buyer to purchase the goods because of its low price. So initially the prices are kept very low, and when the product is introduced in the market, when through advertisement, providing guarantee, warranty, assurance, when the habit is developed among the buyers to buy and consume the goods, when they trust in the certain article, then the manufacturer is increasing the price. So this pricing strategy is called here penetrating pricing. Means penetrating pricing strategy is that pricing strategy under which initially the prices are kept at very low level just to introduce the product, because here certain products are there where the degree of competition is very high and it is very tough task to sell the goods in the market. Even the customers have no trust, consumers have no trust on the new product because that product is unknown in the market. So just to develop the habit among the customers to consume the products, the prices are kept at low level, and when the prices are kept at low level, the guarantee and warranty assurance is given to the customers. When they consume and they satisfy with the quality of the product, when the level of interest of the consumers are increasing in the product, then the prices are increased. So this is called here penetrating pricing strategy. Under penetrating pricing strategy, pricing strategy is desirable under the certain conditions. When this pricing strategy is adopted, where the demand of the product is highly elastic, that is the quality sold is highly sensitive to price, quantity sold is highly sensitive to price, means where the demand is very elastic, means if slight change is there in the price of the product, the demand will increase or decrease. If the little bit price is lower, the demand increases. If the little bit price is higher, the demand decreases. So, there the penetrating pricing strategy is very suitable. The substantial economies in unit cost can be achieved by operating at large volume of production and sales. Here, where the substantial economies in the unit cost means when the unit cost is to be controlled, means the cost is controlled, it means the price will be lower, and if the cost is controlled, then operating level the volume of production will increase, because when cost is controlled the price will be lower, and when price is lower it means demand will increase. So, such type of articles whose demand is increasing or is likely to be increased, there the penetrating pricing is suitable. The high income market is inadequate. Certain markets are there or certain countries are there where the per capita income is very low, and where the per capita income is low, the purchasing power of people are also poor, and if the poor purchasing power is there, means in such type of markets it is needed to be price goods at lower rate. So, their penetrating pricing will be suitable. The strong potential competition in the market, those markets where the degree of competition is very high, there the penetrating pricing is a suitable pricing strategy. In the same way, the public is likely to accept the new products as a part of its daily life, means where the people accept to the new products, but the many producers are there in the market and the products are changing. So, there initially just to introduce the prices, penetrating pricing is applicable, and that is applied, it will prove a suitable pricing strategy. Means when the day to day goods which are sold at large scale, where the degree of competition is very high, so where the new products are brought and is introduced, the prices are kept at low level initially. So, this way you have seen the examples, that is Nirma washing powder, even in the beginning it was sold at very low price, and through the penetrating pricing strategy it was established its place in the market, or it prepared its base of market by providing the value for money, means at low price better quality detergent powder. So, there the displaced to the higher price surf in the India. Even the beginning the people they got the Nirma at low price, then even that time the market of surf was very large, and Nirma powder has replaced to the surf from the market, means it occupied the snatched the market of surf. So this way sometime a product can be rescued from the premature death by adopting the penetrating pricing. This pricing strategy is adopted, then certain products are there which are eliminating from the market, means even these are under that is decline stage, and the initial stage they are vanishing from the market. By adopting the penetrating pricing strategy, it can survive in the market. A policy of low initial price makes a sense. However, a very low price may bring a demand which the firm is unable to meet. So some consumers may think that the low price products are of poor quality, and in case costs are undermined, it may be difficult to raise price later on. So these are the problems, or you can say the drawbacks of the penetrating pricing. If the price of the product is too lower, then also even its cost will increase, and if the cost is high and later on if the price is increased, then the customers don't prefer to buy the products. But if the product is sold at very low price, many times the customers think that it is of inferior quality and poor quality, and they don't prefer to buy the products. So these are the drawbacks of this penetrating pricing. The choice between the skimming and penetrating pricing will depends largely on the case and speed, S and speed which the competitor can bring out substitute product, means it is decided on the degree of competition, the availability of substitutes in the market. So this way you can see depending on its situation, out of penetrating or this skimming pricing, anyone can be adopted. The third one is cost plus pricing. Third one is cost plus pricing. Cost plus pricing is the it is a strategy where it is a very easy just to decide that the firm is costing and selling its goods at expected or desired profit margin. For that purpose, costing is necessary. So this type of pricing strategy, cost plus pricing strategy, this approach is that the selling price of the product must cover the full cost and yield a reasonable profit margin. Means from beginning the producers, they are costing their cost of factors of production, the expenses incurred, and each and every expense is included, and then in that the desired profit margin is added, and this way the manufacturers thinks that means even neither they are losing or nor they are charging very high. So for that purpose the cost plus pricing strategy is followed. Here the margin may be fixed per unit or as the percentage of cost. Cost plus pricing is, it is also known as markup price, markup pricing. So how this cost plus pricing is decided? Here selling price is equal to total cost per unit plus desired profit margin. So that is called here cost plus pricing. Here the formula used for cost plus pricing may be very widely between the industries and even between firm within an industry. Means cost plus pricing, the variance is there. Industry to industry, the price will be different. Even within the same industry, okay, same industry, the various firms are there, various units are there. They may cost their product at different levels, and even their costing will vary. So, the reason behind that, all they are adopting the different accounting practices or the method of cost determination. If that differs, the cost will be different. The term total unit cost, it is defined in several ways: actual cost, expected cost, standard cost. Okay, all these are the cost and are usual concept of the cost. These are called here usual concept: actual cost or expected cost or standard cost. These are generally methods of costing, and all this reflects the cost for a latest available period at the current rate. You know that rate is also changing from time to time. So, current rate of normal output is different, maybe today's rate is different, and tomorrow or after some time that rate will also change. So, in this situation it is a very difficult task to cost the product properly and to ensure the right profit margin. Efficiency and the expected unit price is influenced by this cost. Standard cost is the cost that should be at a normal level or normal rate of output and at the standard level of efficiency. Means when the normal production is done and as at a normal level of or standard level of efficiency, whatever the cost is expected to incur, that is called here standard cost. So, in actual practice, the cost is determined on the basis of estimates and the cost experience. The actual cost appears to be more relevant except as the expected and standard costs are conjuncture. Means actual cost means based on time whatever the cost is incurred, and based on that if the price of the product is decided, that is more relevant as compared to the expected and standard cost. The profit margin or the markup that is added to the cost, that also differs from firm to firm. Some firms are charging low profit margin, some will try to charge high profit margin, and in that way the cost of the different firms even operating within the same industry will be different, and this way the price of their product will also different. If the price is different, then possibility is there the price war will take place, and that may cause loss to the business concerns. Normal volume of production and its standard cost is determined. When it is determined, when the first firm first of all determines the target rate of return, then the normal volume of production and its standard cost is determined. Means the firm which is coming first to produce and to cost, the product. Then at the normal rate of output, the cost is the standard cost is and actual cost is determined. The here normal output gives the target rate of return. The capital turnover provides the percentage markup. The example is given how you can decide the cost plus pricing. That is given here. The capital turnover is, suppose capital turnover of any business is 1.2 and the target rate of return is 15%, then markup standard cost will be that is 18%. Markup standard cost will be 18%. Means when you are deciding the standard cost, there the this one markup means how much profit is to be expected to be added in the cost as while deciding the standard cost. So here cost plus pricing means you can understand in simple way, you can understand cost plus pricing is a pricing strategy where any industry which want to decide the price of its product, first it calculates the cost and all the costs which are incurred, that is calculated, that is divided by the normal you can say the production units, and the per unit cost is calculated. So whatever the per unit cost is there, the percentage expected profit margin which is expected by the organization, that is added in that, and this way per unit price is decided. So this is easy, but is very complicated, because if the costing is done and it is done by the different business firms, that will differ from firm to firm, even within the same industry, and in different industry there is no question of comparison, because different industry, different line of industry, there are different methods of costing is there, accounting is there, and due to that their cost will be different. So this way here cost plus pricing will represent to the different price in the market, and even at that price the goods cannot be sold in the market, because the price war will be there, and no alternative is there other than by deciding the producers to sell goods at